Hello everyone and welcome back to Cringe. I'm your host Emma Gemma and I hope you guys have had a fabulous and stunning week. Cut off. I'm so nervous. I don't know if y'all saw that in the corner if you're watching. This is the first episode where I've allowed Suki in the studio. Yeah, the studio. Yeah, I'm calling it a studio. I don't care. Oh my god. Guys, she's on sicko mode. I got home and she immediately, if you see me itching myself, was begging for a smooch. And I would absolutely never deny my lovely little lady one. But I am allergic to her in every sense of the word. I'm allergic to her in every way, shape, and form. Like, you can probably see a giant hive forming or like some redness. Yeah, I would put up with that for my entire life if it meant that Suki could live this life with me. I don't care. I don't care. There are some days where I am literally, there is like skin under my nails. I am scratching my skin off and I'm still sitting there thinking, she is the cutest little baby. I just want to pinch her little cheeks. I just want to pinch her little cheeks. She's the best cat around. She is the official co-host of Cringe, but I have not let her in the studio for the exact reason that I'm sure will come up, that she is going to walk across this desk. It's just been, being a parent is hard. That's what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about being a parent, because I know all about it. I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. Okay, we'll bring Suki back up if she chooses to be on the pod. But everyone just say thank you to Suki for even blessing us with her presence. She is my literal light, and she keeps me going every day. She is my North Star. Today, we're going to be talking about a few things. I kind of wanted to try this new little segment, Cult Classics. We'll get into that. And then the main topic that I wanted to talk about was like about slowing down, but like finding some like moments in your day, like some pockets of peace. Where's that from? Pocket of peace. I don't know what that's from. I wanted to talk about slowing down. I've been kind of dabbling with that a little bit. I feel like I'm kind of forced to every time I come home. Like I've said before, I go to school in the big city. I'm just a girl from a small town. I'm living in the big city. What can I say? Anyway, I live in LA most of the time, and I feel like every time I come home, I'm kind of forced to slow down. So I've been thinking about that a lot. I kind of want to talk about, towing the line. And honestly, I think this is just going to be a topic for the entire summer, is Love Island. Like, we're closing it with Love Island. I have so much to talk about. My new favorite ritual right now is I take my iPad, because my iPad is sacred to me, and every hot girl has a sacred iPad. I once had... Here's the thing. I know about the sacredness of an iPad because I once had an iPad snatched from me by the clutches of an ex-boyfriend. The fucker stole my iPad. So now I don't let anyone touch it. I don't let anyone use it. It's locked away in a safe space. That's a real story. That's the one thing that still gets under my fucking skin. I hope it broke. I hope it shattered. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I didn't even tell you the ritual. I just talked about my fucking iPad. I go and I walk on the treadmill for the entire duration of the episode. It makes me feel like I'm so accomplished, because it's like, yes, I'm moving, but I'm also brain rotting to the fullest extent. And we'll talk about it. Like, I could talk about Love Island for literally the entire episode, but I feel like we do need some sort of sustenance before we get to that. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, Cult Classics. I kind of just wanted... This segment is really just things that have caught my eye lately in terms of maybe fashion or little ideas or crafts. Guys, I keep biting my cheek. Did you just see that? Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, my mouth is like fucked up. I think my wisdom teeth are coming in, and I'm really not trying to manifest that, but my mouth is fucked up right now. It's crazy in there. But things that are kind of like inspiring me right now, whether it's books or art or fashion, things that I just want to buy, interior decorating, but just cult classics. It could really be whatever we want it to be. Okay, why did I do this segment? Guys, why did I think of this segment? Maybe it's because I ordered myself a perfectly stunning LL Bean mini tote bag. And you're probably wondering, why? Like, why? Okay. I somehow ended up on LL Bean TikTok, where everyone is like, guys, help me come up with a funny saying for my LL Bean tote bag. And like, live your truth. Okay. There are some funny ones. One for Emma I saw, it was like, it's like embalmment. I was like, what? I was like, okay. Because like the whole thing is like to make a pun out of your name, which I could do that all day. I could do that all day, not with my name, but with other people's names. Because I just don't think my name has the sustenance for it. But so people are coming up with like cute little sayings, and I just know myself that I would probably get tired of it. So I'm like, what would I want to put on the bag? I don't know if you can see it. First official piece of cringe merch. Yeah. Yeah. So this is my pride and joy. If I did write this off for taxes, I would say it's advertising. It's like the perfect size. And when they say that these things are sturdy, they're not kidding. Like this thing, look at, it's like it's made of wood. Like it's so sturdy. It's so thick. I love the little tag on it, the LL Bean boat and tow. The only thing that I'm not obsessed with, because I'm kind of bouncing between bags, this has no pockets. Like it's really meant to be like you throw your shit in and you go. But they do have inserts, but then I'm like, oh, that just feels like so... Oh, it just feels like I'm in like a capitalist hellscape. What do you mean I bought a bag and then I have to buy an insert for the bag? At that point, it's all going in here. No, it's all going in there. Antidepressants, in there. A mini shooter for maybe a concert, in there. Probably taken together. I don't know. What do we got in here? Oh my God. You already know what I'm about to do. Hey guys, this is a what's in my bag. So let's get into it. This is a Baggu shopping bag that I did not need and was $14, but it's really cute and it's leopard print. So obsessed. I'm obsessed. This is a wallet that I wanted forever. My boyfriend bought it for me. It is the Kate Spade Matchbox one. Yeah. It also matches. Oh, it's not up here. I have a notebook that is the same print. Obsessed. Guys, Suki's looking at me and I really think she wants to come over and fuck with this episode. I'm not kidding. Look, I'm going to show you this, but this feels performative. This isn't normal. I have a Sony Angel in here. Here's my thing with Sony Angels. Like, I got one on the desk. I fuck with this little one on the desk because I'm not seeing his peener every time I'm looking at him. That is my problem with them. And people will be like, it's the, what is it, cherub aesthetic. I get it. That doesn't mean I have to fuck with it. It doesn't mean I have to fuck with it. I have a stowaway Sony Angel that I've had for like a year and a half now. It's a birthday bear one. No peener. Nice. Love it. I do have one that is a rooster, or you could call it a, and you know, it has, like I've said 4 times, peener. Okay, so that's funny. Yeah, this does feel performative though. Like I only had this in my bag for a TikTok I made. I'm gonna wrap this up because if you're listening, this is probably lame. I just love this bag. I think it's great. It was like $45 and got like, are you kidding? And you guys can say, really, like you have that much faith in this podcast? I do. So this is a new cult classic for me. I think it's so cute. And it does inspire me in a way because it's like, guys, it is kind of cool to like see something that I'm working so hard on. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm accepting a Grammy. I just want to thank LL Bean and a woman named Beth because she's the one who embroidered this, so thank you. Speaking of my bags, I've been adding ribbon to everything and I'm really loving it. I am always inspired by my best friend Luciana Allende. She is like just a bright and shining star, and I know I sound sarcastic, but she truly inspires me in every way, shape, and form. And when it comes to like her eye for decorating, like if you know Lucy in person, like she has always the most beautiful like collage wall. She's just so great at that, like such an eye for it. And I think I saw she had a ribbon on her bag. And I was like, so I have to have ribbon on my bag. No, I do. Lucy does something, I do something. Lucy went to Long Beach, I went to Long Beach. Lucy went to London, I went to London. It just like, I don't know, like that's literally my favorite celebrity. That's another thing, like, I think it's so special to have a friendship where it's like, I'm so clearly, so deeply inspired by her. If it was a different friendship dynamic, this isn't a part of cult classics. This is just me going off. Maybe it is a cult classic. I don't know. I've had friendships where I hated when people copied me. There's always one girl, like, and it's like a sixth sense. And you just start feeling it when someone starts copying you, especially in the early days. It's early days, right, babes? And you have no evidence, but you can feel it. You can feel it. And it has to be like the right person. Like if someone is copying, and it's not inspired by. I feel like there's a difference between inspired by and copying, you know, when they start like doing things that are exactly like you posted something on your Instagram story and theirs is the same. Anyway, there is kind of like this sacred, innate womanly feeling when you feel that someone is starting to copy you and not be inspired by you. You know what I mean? Like when you post an Instagram story and suddenly they're posting the same like vibe with the same text, with the same alignment, with the same type of vibe of a caption, and it's like, babe, I don't know, like there are some things that just should not be like inspired by others. Like that's where it's like, are you lacking personality or do you want to be me? You know, and I'm not saying everyone's like this, but it's that crazy feeling because I think every woman, every person has had this happen to them, but it's like you don't want to say anything because you don't want to be the crazy one that's like, yeah, she literally is obsessed with me. She's literally obsessed with me. She wants to be me. Because that's how I feel like I sound. Even if I'm like, did you not see that they just like screenshotted my Instagram story and put it on their story and said it was theirs? In my head, I'm like, I sound like the biggest diva, narcissist, crazy bitch in the world. But anyway, as I was saying, Lucy put ribbon on her bag. I started putting ribbons on my bag. Okay, I bought this bag as a gift to myself when I was studying abroad because I was like, a girl that does hard things deserves a big, beautiful bag. Like, and I feel like London is such a perfect place to have a big, beautiful bag. Like, I feel like, like I was so scared to buy it because I'm like, is LA a big, beautiful bag place? Like, I always use my Bagoo there. I always use, like, a small bag. But there is something so womanly and grown up about having a big, beautiful bag. So this is mine. It's from Free People. And just from that, you should know I am poor now. So, it, like, but look at, if we could just look at the details, babes. The ribbon here on the handle. It's just really giving that quality that we're looking for, right? It's just stunning work. We got metal right here. The free is what it says. I just find that personalizing a bag right now is so hot. And I think it is such a cult classic in a way that like, there are a lot of people that I think like their bags to be very personal. I personally like my bags to look very worn in. I like it when my bags look like I use them. But I think there's something with bags where it just feels so mature to like have a bag that is grown with you and is worn in, and it's not just like some Shein fucking, and here's the thing, it doesn't have to be like a $300 bag. It doesn't have to be an expensive ass bag. Finding a thrifted bag that is $20 and beating the hell out of that is chic. I think that's chic. I think that's a cult classic. I think that is just so, I don't know. That's like my kind of cult classic. But on the flip side, there are people, you know, they'll buy a brand new Louis Vuitton and that thing is never seeing sunlight. They're putting sunscreen on the bag. I don't like that. Like, I don't necessarily like the idea of buying items for the brand and like displaying the brand and making sure it's like pristine because it's designer. No, I am, here's the thing. I have never bought anything designer. Like this isn't designer. This is just an expensive ass bougie store. I don't own anything designer. But if I did, like, I'm not saying I'm going to immediately just start trying to wear and tear that bag down. Cause I kind of think that's tacky. That's something that people are doing where it's like they want that worn in look now. Guys, we have got to, and we're going to get into it, slow down. We have got to slow down. We've got to live. You've got to live so that way your purse can show that you've lived. You know what I mean? I find that to be tacky. I don't love that. Like, I feel like things like that should grow with time and age. Like I just bought this notebook. Another big purchase from study abroad. I don't even want to talk about that one. But it's this very nice notebook. And like with the leather, it ages over time. Oh my God. Every day I look at that notebook and I'm like, it's getting older. She's growing up. She's grown up. I just think a cult classic truly, and something that is inspiring to me, is to see things age. Whether it's purses, whether it's people, whether it's whatever. And this whole kind of cult classic thing, really the theme here is like personalization, which I have been loving doing. I just started nannying a few years ago and I watch The Same Girl every summer and it's the easiest and best job ever. Like when I say I got paid to play Fortnite today, like that's no joke. Like my levels are up. Like I am literally earning my V-Bucks on the spot. You know what I mean? So that's just like a really powerful thing that I'm doing right now. But another thing that we do is we do a lot of crafting, and a craft that I don't know who came up with it, if we saw it on Pinterest or where, but we started customizing our lip glosses. And this one, first of all, this is the best lip gloss. I would say this is a cult classic. It is the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm. But what we started doing is you poke a little hole in like the tip of a lip gloss where like, there's no product here. Poke a hole, and then we got some little jump rings, and then you just get charms. Guys, look at that. I've done 3. Okay, I won't make you look at all of them, but I think there's something so special in personalizing what you have on you, what you're wearing, literally like your lip gloss or your clothes or your bag. I kind of feel like we're going to enter that era now. Like it's already kind of starting where more, is it monogram? Is that what it's called? Is that what that means? See, I'm thinking of major monogram. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A motif of 2 or more letters. Yeah. A monogram on like people's bags or clothes, which is very Southern. That's very Southern. I feel like I always see like those really, I'll insert a picture where it's like the middle initial for some reason is highlighted, I think. I don't know. I've never had anything like that. That's why I love my LL Bean bag. Now, with this cult classics, I've been kind of toying with the idea. Like, guys, what is Cringe Nation, right? Like, there's Broski Nation. Cringe Nation is not ours. But, like, what are the listeners of Cringe? What are we? And I kind of feel like it's got to be a cringe cult. You know, that's my feeling. I don't know if this is something maybe... We're gonna do an Instagram poll. Oh, we're doing an Instagram poll. Oh my God. Alert the media and get on your phones because we're doing an Instagram poll. I feel like cringe cult is fun. Like we're a part of the cringe cult. Hey, I'm from Northern California, man. As part of the cringe cult. We know what it's like up here. I was watching Dance Moms and I didn't realize that the ALDC did a cult themed dance based off of Jim Jones, which I genuinely think one day I will do an entire episode dedicated to Jim Jones and like how my family is connected to him. Not in a horrible way, because that's just like some random family lore that I would love to talk about one day, which is crazy. But so they did like a dance based off of Jonestown, which is insane. And if you don't know what Jonestown is, look it up. It's terrible. It's bad. But I feel like cringe cult kind of like rolls off the tongue. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Guys, are we part of the cringe cult? I don't know. Moving on to the main topic of today, I wanted to talk about finding ways to slow down in life and what it means to kind of practice slowing down, for lack of a other word. I have been, if you follow me on Instagram, so many Instagram shout outs today. I just posted, or TikTok, I just posted a video of me making my morning coffee. And that has been kind of one of the nicest surprises about being home. And it's been making me think a lot about how I'm spending my time and what I'm doing with my time, because it really makes me be in the moment. It makes me create something, and it's a process. Like, I feel like creating something that is ritualistic almost. Gosh, we are really diving in with the cult stuff today. But like ritualistic for you and your routine in the morning or in the evening, whatever it is, to help us slow down is so important, because that has been one of the only things, and really the catalyst, to make me realize I have been living my life on like 3 times speed. And what do I mean by that? I am so, oh my God, you guys, my phone is frying my brain. Like, it's frying my brain, and it's frying your brain. It's frying all of our brains. And this is coming from someone that like, I want to work in social media. Like, this is what I want to do, right? Even if it's behind the scenes, whatever it is, it's frying my brain. I have gone through phases in my life where I have known how bad it is. Well, I've always known. But I'm aware of how bad it is to immediately go on my phone in the mornings, and I make the active effort to not be on it. That has not been my truth lately. That has been the farthest thing from my truth you could ever imagine. I wake up and I am immediately on my phone. And usually it's like my 30, even 45-minute doom scroll on TikTok to start my morning. Y'all, that's not slowing down. That is not slowing down, and that is setting up our brains to be looking, and this is like so studied. It is setting up our brain to look for things that are going to give us that dopamine hit throughout the day and just make us like anxious and not present, and you're just trying to get your life along to the next thing that's going to give you that dopamine hit, aka my coffee in the morning, always, of course. But making that coffee has been so nice because I'm perfecting the recipe every day. And like, I'm just trying to make it ice brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso from Starbucks. That's all I'm trying to do. Also, quick question to all the girls that order that at Starbucks. Are you saying full government name? Okay. I pull up to Starbucks and I'm literally saying, can I get an ice brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso? Do I need to say the whole thing? Because to me, it's like, okay, yeah, I want it iced. I want the oat milk, shaken, preferably, the brown sugar, of course, espresso. Like, every word to me feels necessary to say it all. So it feels like I can't just say, can I get an ice brown sugar espresso? I want it shaken. Could I get a iced shaken espresso? Then there's no brown sugar. So it just feels like I'm having to say the full government name every single time. But I will. I'll ride or die for that drink. I just was spending too much money on coffee. And so I was just like, I need to get my money up. I'm, moving back to LA at the end of the summer and I need to save money. And so I started making my coffee at home. And it's just kind of become like this really fun trial and error, but also this thing of like slowing down and being very present. And I'm thinking about what I'm doing, which is it's so simple. It is so simple to do. Like, I have something in front of me that I find interesting. So I'm measuring out the brown sugar. I'm measuring out the instant espresso. I'm measuring out the oat milk. And it just makes me feel very grounded and it makes me feel very present in my morning. Finding more things that make us aware of the speed that we're going throughout our day, I think is so necessary. I've also been working out more that I've been home because there's nothing to do where I live. There's but fucking nothing to do. So you have to come up with things to fill your day. But like when you're at work, fine, you got something to do. Second you're off work, good luck, Charlie. Good luck. Most people just go and smoke some weed and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I can't. Like, I was talking about my Love Island routine, and that I feel like is the perfect balance of brain rot and productivity and kind of being present. Because I found myself, like, of course I'm locked into Love Island, but I can also feel every step I'm taking. And it's very, like, rhythmic and very grounding, but at the same time, I'm literally listening to people having the dumbest, mind-numbing conversation. And that's where I want to live. I want to live in the space of being present, feeling like I'm doing things that I like to do, but also this is not that fucking serious. This is almost borderline ridiculous, But I just feel like finding that balance of all these things is very important, and it's very, I think it's necessary. It's almost how I feel like when I'm cleaning my room. I used to hate cleaning my room. I always had the messiest fucking room when I was a kid, but now I love like deep cleaning my room. And then of course, after the deep clean, you light a candle. Oh, there's nothing like it, but it makes you so much more present. And especially like you're throwing stuff out. Oh, that feeling, guys, that feeling after you like donate a bunch of like old clothes or books or whatever it may be, and you just feel less cluttered. That's the kind of vibe I feel in my brain, even though I haven't thrown anything out, when I make my morning coffee. I feel less cluttered. When I go to work out, I feel less cluttered. My mind feels much more open. It feels almost squeaky clean. I really like, here's my thing is I don't really know how else to implement it. Like I am phone addicted, and that's kind of a thing is like, yeah, I'm phone addicted, but I kind of have to be in a way, like I have to know what is trending. I have to know what is interesting because that's what I come on here and I talk about and I want to do as a job. But it's like, sometimes I just want to like, leave me alone. I have not read a single page of a book since I have been home. I read 2 books in Europe, and that was, 2 or 3. No, I think 2. I'm giving myself too much credit. I read 2 books when I was in Europe, and it feels great. Like the long form feeling of dopamine that you get, that accomplishment feeling you get when you finish that book, even if it's a small book. I just bought, there's 2 up here actually. Maybe I'll start reading them again. I got these 2 pretty small books right before I left. One is At the Pond, swimming at the Hampstead Ladies Pond, which I ended up going and swimming at because it was just, I just found it really interesting. But I never finished the book. But even every chapter that you read, it's like, oh my God, I just did that. I feel slow. I feel present. Even if you're not present, like, even if you're like off in fucking La La Land in your story, I just think there's something, it's just so much healthier than like literally scrolling and waiting to get a dopamine hit from whatever video is going to catch your eye. You know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean. And like, I'm so not the first person to say this. I'm so not the first person to talk about this. I'm probably the last person on earth to talk about this. Just getting to the party. But I don't know. I find it, I'm just looking for ways to slow down more. Reading could be one of them, but reading it's tough. Leah Michelle, obviously I'm very literate. That's my book review page if you want to follow, at Emma is Literate on Instagram. Yes, I do have to have an Instagram account for every hobby I do. I don't care what you have to say. But it's almost that first like 10 minutes. It's kind of like running. That first 10 minutes sucks. But once you hit 11, it's like you're there. It's like a runner's high, but a reader's high. Once you kind of get in it, because like I'll be sitting there reading and I can feel my brain being like, just like look at your phone. What if something happened? Like maybe I should like look at this. I don't know. Like, oh, I have an idea about this is how I want to decorate in here. Maybe I should go on Pinterest. Girl, if you don't just read the damn smut that is happening in this damn dragon book you're reading, are you kidding me right now? You're not even reading like philosophical shit. Stand up, stop trying to look at your phone, and read damn Iron Flame. Yeah, Iron Flame. That's really what you're picking. Come on. Maybe we'll talk about that book someday, because I don't understand how I'm even on the second. I barely finished the first. Anyway, I also have found Fortnite to be an issue. Who could have guessed? Guys, who could have guessed that the game that makes it so their store is always changing and you need to check back every day and there are achievements and it's free and you could play cross-platform and all this stuff. Who would have thought that it would be an addicting, time-consuming game? Guys, I just would have never thought. I never would have thought that a victory royale would get me this far. It's sad to watch. It's all just like, I don't know what it's been, but I feel like my mindset has switched so far over to I want my brain to rot. And I think that's normal. Like, I went from getting on flight after flight, on train after train, in Uber after Uber, and like it's so exhausting. Like, it was the best time of my life, but it's so tiring. And just at some points all you want to do is just scroll on your phone and not move. And I feel like this is my body's way of being like, you are still tired, you are still adjusting, chill out for a minute, chill out. And that's all really I can do. Okay, let's hop into Love Island. So much has happened. I wish that I had the time to make this a daily podcast, because I seriously thought about doing mini episodes just about Love Island. Because I'm so invested in this season. It's crazy. Huda and Jeremiah, to me, it is clearly toxic. Huda is a toxic individual. She just is very, like, incredibly immature. We saw that with her pulling Iris in the way that she did for a chat, and just the aggressiveness. And the fact that when she lashes out, it's always, she's just calling Jeremiah a bitch. He's a lying bitch. He's this, he's that. I mean, you hear the word bitch every other word. Here's the thing, though. I find Jeremiah to also be toxic. I think Jeremiah really is playing the game very inauthentically. And you can really see that with what he said to Iris right after he chose her in this last recoupling. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I'm just using examples. Jeremiah goes on this date. They're talking about, I'm excited to explore our connection. Iris clearly finds him quite cute, or like wants to explore that. And Jeremiah just goes, yeah, like, I picked you mainly, so it's not, like the cycle ends or something. Like the toxicity, I just can't do it anymore. It's not him assuring her, like, yeah, like, I want to explore this connection. I'm glad to be with you. Even though they're just whispering to each other and it's not supposed to be this big conversation. I found that to be really telling, Because to me, Jeremiah has been playing inauthentically in that he found one girl that was like ride or die for him, and he was trying to settle down so he could win the money at the end. It wasn't he actually fucked with Huda in that way, like to that extent where it's like, yeah, like I want to be the dad that stepped up. You can see in these conversations, he cannot stand her. This is what is so terrible about Jeremiah is, yes, he has a woman that is clearly going through something on that TV show, going crazy at him. But he is enabling it. He enables it because you see in these conversations that he's literally done. Like, he doesn't fucking like her as a person. But then he keeps staying with her. And then after this argument of him being like, okay, mom, okay, this, like talking back to her and just like being rude and not being communicative, he's in the diary room being like, you know, like we worked out our stuff and like, I'm just really excited to explore this connection. It's disingenuous and it's inauthentic. And I think they are both inauthentic in their own certain way. Like, Huda, to me, it's like, I don't even know if she's meaning to be inauthentic. I think she really has feelings for Jeremiah, but I just think she's like a love bomber in her own way. But at this, like, he's love bombing her, but she's also like falling for the love bomb, but then she's also love bomb. It's just toxic. And I'm starting to feel like the Islanders, where it's just like, I am tired. I'm exhausted. Like, Huda brings like scary energy. It's not like fun reality TV energy. It's scary. Another thing that I'm kind of scared about is her getting out of the villa, because like there are going to be a lot of people, and a lot of people take it too far. Like, they don't discuss really what's going on with the show. They're just like making memes about her. And it's like, you know, we hate her, we this, we that. And it's like, look, I don't like Huda as a contestant, but I feel that she's someone that just needs help. I feel like genuinely the show needs to kind of step in and send in like psych. Genuinely, because they have that on standby, because these things, they're very like, they close you off from everything, so you become part of this world, and it can be very disorienting. And however much Huda is like this outside the villa, we don't know. And it's like people digging up her TikToks, and like there are 3 people that are connected to Love Island who have committed suicide because of the backlash that they've received on the show, and the people just bandwagon hating on them for stupid shit. I feel like this is going a little too far, and it's freaky. I don't know. Whoever has her social media, I feel like they kind of need to step it up and maybe say something, or I don't know, because I feel like it can get out of hand really fast, especially with the way she's acting. I also wanted to talk about Charlie and Hannah. Charlie also felt inauthentic to me, okay? And everyone after he was voted off was like, oh my God, Charlie, no, like we accidentally got the wrong baddie out the villa, which like true. But he was showing his true colors that last day. Him pulling Amaya for a chat, one of Hannah's good friends, and clearly only doing it to try and save his ass. Like, we talk about Jeremiah just trying to save his own ass, but Charlie was doing it so blatantly, so obviously just trying to save his own ass. Would you like to say something? Guys, Suki might speak. Please don't bite that. I just feel like Charlie was trying to save his own ass by staying in the game. But then once him and Hannah had that conversation about like, you know, I want to try this connection out again, you can see he's genuinely shocked. And it's not this feeling of, oh, thank God we worked it out. Like, I'm so happy we got to work it out. You know, I really care about you. It was like relief. It was relief. To me, it felt like it was relief because he knew he was going to stay longer, or he felt like he was. I was not sad to see him go. That last day really kind of flipped the switch for me, because don't fuck with my girl Amaya, who I would like to apologize to Amaya, because when she first came to the villa, I was not all about Amaya. I was like, she seems like trouble. She seems like she's a pick-me. I would ride at Dawn for this diva. I would ride at Dawn. She is my favorite person in the entire villa. Her and Austin getting together, dream. I want her to have love, light, and happiness. I think she is the sweetest. She's just a character. Like, her voice, her everything. She's just so interesting to me. And I am so entertained every time she's on screen. And I just find she's so sweet. Sweet. but she has a great backbone. When her and Shelly were going at it, you know, at first I'm like, don't fuck with Shelly. But Shelly and Ace, like, sorry, I'm getting so deep into this, but Shelly and Ace, like, they are being toxic. Thank God they finally coupled up together. Like, Amaya had every right to say that shit. She really did, like, rewatching it, she did. We also need to address the messiness in the room. America banding together to finally vote for the right choice. Who to pair Jeremiah with in Love Island, okay? Could we do it for the presidential election? No, we fumbled, okay? But we got this one right. We did this, you guys. And I think that's something to be damn proud of. Was it messy? Yeah. I did not vote. Guys, like, if this was the presidential election, like, I would be canceled. I did not vote. I knew that I had faith in my people, that my people were going to deliver me Jeremiah and Huda splitting up. After it happened, I was like, guys, why would you do that? That was messy. Like, that was really mean. Like, it was a lot uglier than I anticipated and just a lot more hostile, like I said. So, you know, what can I say? We're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. That's on Apple Music, Spotify, or Amazon Music. And make sure to follow us on our socials. And that is at Cringe Podcast Official on Instagram and TikTok, as well as YouTube. And make sure to watch us on YouTube because my room is really cool. So if you're listening, like, you could get a room reveal right now. You guys have to do your Love Island homework for next episode, okay? Because we're not going to stop talking about it. It's only like 12 episodes. You're not that far behind if you're not listening, because I swear to God, this is fun, okay? Have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye.